Alright, welcome back to Guild Wars Let's Play Prophecies. In the previous one, we completed the Warrior quest, and for the second profession, now we are going to do the Elementalist. But before we do that, we'll go over here and see this man named the Merchant. I believe I may have mentioned him before. What he basically does is he sells the essentials in Guild Wars, things that you'll need pretty much throughout Guild Wars if you want to, what is it called? If you want to get titles and identify things and salvage things, get armor, that kind of stuff. The most important things that he sells are the identification kit and the salvage kit. What the identification kit does is, show a little, hopefully, pop-up window here. There are three different types of, what do you call them? There's silly things, weapons in this game. There's, I'm not wrong. There's more than three. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. There is the common, white, and there is uncommon, which is blue. There is the medium rare, which are purple, and then you have the most rare, which are gold. There are also green weapons, which represent, I don't know, they're kind of like boss weapons. They're not particularly rare. They are a little harder to get, and what they do is they drop from bosses. You can kill a boss and it'll drop. You know, say if I was a boss, Mufasa-san Black Rose, and I could drop Mufasa-san Black Rose bow. Yeah, that's kind of a little overview of the merchant here. He also buys things from you, and I gotta tell you, the merchant is probably the richest person in all of Guild Wars, because I speak for most Guild Wars players here. He has probably bought a few black dyes and ectos for, 1 to 20 gold, and they're worth, upwards of 6k plus. So, oh, this guy's attacking me. I might want to attack him back. Alright. You know what? Well, what should we do? Does he bleed? No, he doesn't bleed. We'll go back to our bow. Bow. Oh, I'm using my horn bow now. Ooh, risque. Killed that dude. Sucker. Anyways, we'll continue on here. Now, this is what I mean by aggressive enemies. If you can barely see the outline of my circle there, but if the red dot comes within it, he will charge me. No, don't hurt me, Charlie. Okay, and we're gonna attempt to kill him. Generally, how Guild Wars creatures are leveled, they're usually a couple levels higher than you, just because to make it fair, and it doesn't really ever make it fair, because you will probably be able to kill most things higher level than you. Now, as you get later on, you're going to need party members of your level, so that way you take on the big groups of 30, 40 people. 30, 40 enemies. And when I say 30, 40 enemies, you don't purposely pull 30 to 40 enemies. That'll get your party killed. But it does happen on occasion, and especially if you're playing with me, it'll probably happen more than occasion. Or Devona, for that matter. Actually, funny little stories. When I started playing Guild Wars, it was way before the heroes and all that kind of stuff, and all you had are these henchmen. And Devona is a henchman later on in the game. And basically, she would kind of go wandering off at times, and wouldn't really know where she'd go. Her name would get grayed out, and she'd come back about 30 seconds later with, 20 guys on her back. And then our party would proceed to wipe, and we wouldn't be happy, but that's okay, because Devona, she pulled those enemies for us. She was doing us a favor. Using Healing Signet there. Healing Signet, it heals for 82 health, but it gives you minus 40 armor when you're using it, so that can hurt. if you if you're using it and somebody's using a high powered spell against you. Alright, so in this little frozen tundra of a, I guess, castle, if you really want to call it a castle, there's this elementalist lady here, and she has a quest for us. That is going to be our starting elementalist quest. So, perhaps you can help me with the spell I'm working on. The order asked me to investigate the disciplines of water magic, and so I have placed it very hard to ready this place for final casting. Each time I attempt to cast my wards, ice beasts appear and attack me. I have to stop what I'm doing and fend them off. I will give you these skills necessary to defeat me. If you can just keep them off from hurting me, I should be able to finish my researching the ward against harm spell. What do you say? Sure, why not? Alright, teach me these skills. Okay, so elementalists, they kind of have some neat little skills here. This makes the next skill cost 10 less energy. We're going to use this firestorm thing. Rawr. Now these ice guys are going to take double damage from fire because, well, they don't like fire. What are you doing over there, silly goose? Don't attack my friend. Oh god. Not doing a very good job of keeping it off her. Oh, they're not attacking too fast, so I'm not too worried. She just casts like a 10-minute ward of harm spell. Hey, yay, we killed them. I need more deciding. You know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna take Elementalist because I feel like it. So we'll go with Elementalist. I am now a Ranger Elementalist, which means that I can put attribute points into the Elementalist skills. Their Elementalist special attribute is Energy Storage, which increases their maximum energy and makes energy storage skills better. Okay, after this, since we're done here, I'm gonna leave this episode right here, and I'll meet you back in Ascalon when we start up again. Alright, talk to you in a little bit.